James Tierney with TierneyEducation.com here, going over a question I get a lot. What is the difference between demand and quantity demanded? You'll see these are very similar, but it's very important to know the difference between these two things when we're talking about overall demand. So let's go ahead and look at this. First, we're going to look at it with a demand schedule where we have the price and the quantity demanded at each price, and then we'll look at it graphically. So let's start by adding some just basic information here. Let's say like this price is 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 0. So let's just say these are all in dollar values. I don't know what product we want to look at. Let's just say that these are pizzas. So just like cheese pizzas or something. So let's say at $10, this market would be willing to buy, I don't know, let's say 20. And as the price goes down, this goes up. So this goes to 30, 40, 50, 60, and then 80 pizzas are demanded, even if they were free, right? We don't want an infinite number of pizzas. We don't have room for them. This right here is called a demand schedule. What it is showing is that at each price, there is a quantity that is demanded in the market for that. As you notice, if the price goes down from $10 to $8, we'll see the quantity demanded go up from 20 to 30. That right there, right away, is just my law of demand. Right? As a review, that's my law of demand. As the price goes down, the quantity demanded is going to go up. Notice that I am talking a lot about quantity demanded, and that's exactly what I'm doing. This right here is the quantity demanded. The quantity demanded is the actual number that's associated. It is associated with a price. So quantity demanded is the specific point, like 20 when it's 10, 30 when it's 8, 40 when it's 6. So that tells me that if I'm looking at my graph over here to the right, here is my price versus my quantity demanded. Each one of these points, when the price is $10, I see this is going to go over here to 20. This is my quantity demanded at price of 10. So that is a quantity demanded. Let's go way down here to 2, right? We know that at 2, we see 2 is 60. So this is 60. This is another quantity demanded. So when we create this demand curve that looks something like this, here's my demand curve, we see that each one of these points that's here, 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 each one of those represents a different quantity demanded that's represented on this X or this horizontal axis. That is quantity demanded. But what about demand as a whole? Well, demand as a whole is what I'm just saying. It's the whole thing. It's the whole line. Demand is the whole line. It's the whole line. So demand in itself is all quantity demandeds at all the prices. So demand overall is the entire curve. We could see demand change overall, right? Let me go ahead and put a brand new level of quantity demanded that are still associated with each price. So if I wanted to look at associated with each price, let's say, because remember we're looking at pizzas, let's say there's a new study that comes out, right? A study that says pizza is healthy, right? Let's say pizza is healthy. What that's going to mean that at every single price over here, at every single price, we will see an increase, right? We'll see more quantity demanded. Let's just make it easy. Let's say this goes from 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. What you notice again is that at all prices, we saw the quantity demanded go up. That's going to show this rightward shift because at all prices, right at 10, it's no longer 20, it's now 30. At 2, it's no longer 60, it's now 70. So we have a brand new demand curve. Let's call this demand 2 instead of demand 1. Again, this whole thing is the demand curve. The shift that we saw from here to here, that's our change in demand because the entire thing is changing. We had an entire external factor that changed us. The quantity demanded is still a single point. Quantity demanded is a single point. So make sure that you understand that the quantity demanded changes when we see the price change, right, from 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, we see the quantity demanded change. That moves along the curve. There's my quantity demanded change. When we say demand, we're talking about the entire certain situation, a snapshot in time. At this time, pre the study, we saw my demand schedule look like this over here on the left. $10 was 20, $8 was 30, and so on. Then there was something else that happened. We saw this study and we saw a completely different demand schedule where price was 10, quantity demanded was 30. So that is a new demand curve. Last time I will say this. We care about demand as the entire curve. Quantity demanded is a single point. It's a single point because it represents a single number. Demand, the entire curve, the entire set of data showing everything. Quantity demanded is a specific level. I hope this helped explain the difference between demand and quantity demanded. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, because I'm going to be posting a lot of economics and overall higher education material here on this page. And visit tierneyeducation.com if you'd be interested in one-on-one or group tutoring.